A rusted camera, lost for over a century in the icy depths of the Atlantic, was recently discovered near the wreck of the Titanic, and what it captured is nothing short of chilling. Inside the camera's film were never-before-seen images of the Titanic disaster that could rewrite everything we thought we knew about that fateful night. The Titanic was supposed to be an unsinkable marvel, a luxury liner carrying the world's wealthiest elites and hopeful immigrants across the Atlantic. But on April 14, 1912, disaster struck. As the ship sailed at full speed through icy waters, an iceberg ripped through its steel hull, sending over 1,500 passengers into the freezing depths of the ocean. For years, the wreck remained a mystery. Its location was unknown, and the Titanic's tragic fate became the stuff of legend. But after decades of obsession from billionaires and explorers who attempted bizarre recovery plans, from dynamite explosions to ideas like filling the ship with ping-pong balls to make it float, it wasn't until 1985 that Robert Ballard and his team, using cutting-edge deep-sea technology, located the wreck. What they found beneath the sea was haunting, not only the Titanic's shattered remains but also a rusted camera, long forgotten. This camera, once belonging to a passenger, held a series of photographs that would forever change the way we viewed the disaster. Among these images was a haunting shot of the iceberg itself, likely taken just moments before it struck the Titanic. Other pictures captured the chaos of the lifeboats, survivors huddled in desperation, and the Carpathia, the rescue ship, arriving under the moonlight. The photographs, some of the most iconic and chilling ever found, not only give us a rare glimpse into the immediate aftermath, but also raise new questions about the events of that night. As the camera's film was developed, what was once a mysterious relic from the deep revealed haunting and unexpected details that might even suggest there was more to the story than we've been told. The Titanic's tragedy was marked by more than just its sinking. It was a moment that exposed human frailty, and these photos remind us of that vulnerability. But the camera's discovery is just the tip of the iceberg. Since the wreck was found, thousands of Titanic artifacts have been recovered, each telling its own unique story of loss, love, and luxury. Items like a perfume vial, still sealed and releasing its scent even after more than a century underwater, and a violin that belonged to Wallace Hartley, the ship's bandmaster, who continued playing as the ship sank. His violin would eventually fetch $1.7 million at auction, symbolizing the undying spirit of those who perished. Perhaps most poignant of all, an alligator skin bag was found containing documents belonging to a woman named Marion Meanwell, who had boarded the Titanic hoping to reunite with her daughter in America. Inside the bag was a faded photograph of Marion's mother, one of the few personal images found from that era, making her tragedy more real and heartbreaking. The fact that Marion had originally booked passage on the Majestic, another White Star Line ship, but was transferred to the Titanic due to schedule changes adds a bitter layer to her story. Yet not all Titanic artifacts are as somber. There's a champagne bottle, still corked, that survived decades of cold deep-sea pressure and the chaotic sinking, providing a rare glimpse into the luxury the Titanic promised its passengers. While many artifacts have made their way to auction houses, with some selling for extraordinary amounts of money, others remain in museums, reminding us of the class distinctions aboard the ship. The items recovered from Titanic's wreckage reveal a stark contrast between first-class extravagance and the hardships faced by third-class passengers. The first-class dinner plates, trimmed with gold and intricately designed, stand in stark contrast to the basic yet sturdy plates used by the lower classes, highlighting the glaring disparities that existed among the passengers. But perhaps one of the most controversial artifacts still remains hidden deep in the wreck, the Titanic's Marconi radio, which sent out the distress signals as the ship sank. While some believe it's essential to recover these pieces of history before they are lost forever, others argue that disturbing the wreck would be disrespectful, as it is also a grave site for over 1,500 souls. A legal battle over the recovery of this radio equipment has been ongoing, with the U.S. government stepping in to argue that disturbing the site could violate international memorial agreements. But in 2020, a judge ruled that the recovery could proceed, citing the cultural and historical significance of the radio. This decision sparked heated debate, as many feel the wreck should be preserved as a memorial. As we stand on the cusp of new discoveries, what will the future hold for the Titanic? The wreck site has been continuously studied, with the latest expedition involving the creation of a detailed 3D model of the Titanic and the investigation of objects that could still be salvaged. But as we continue to recover and preserve these artifacts, we must ask ourselves, are we honoring the Titanic's memory or are we plundering a grave? The decision remains contentious, but what's clear is that the Titanic story is far from over. From the chilling photographs of the iceberg and the immediate aftermath to the thousands of artifacts that tell the stories of those who were aboard, the wreck continues to reveal new secrets and questions. Whether it's the discovery of the rusted camera or the ongoing debate over recovering more items, the Titanic's legacy continues to captivate and haunt the world. What will the next discovery reveal, and what mysteries still lie buried beneath the ocean's surface? As we uncover the lost treasures and tragic tales from the Titanic, we're forced to confront the enduring legacy of this maritime disaster. Will we ever fully understand what happened that night, or is the Titanic's mystery one that can never be solved?